The story of a burning bush. I have something that's related to that. That happened to me. My case was not a burning bush. My case was okay.
So for my own case, it was a burning bush. Yes, I was involved. My own case was not God speaking to me, like having encounter with God. It was God saving me from something that would have taken my. So we're involved in an accident. The bus caught fire while on motion. And trust me, when stuff like this happen, the next thing that people think about is the next escape points. Where am I supposed to? There's a lot of confusion, and I was quite young. I was a bit young and smallish, like smallish. So that's how I tried to escape. Also, I was just thinking, my mind was like, go through the window. Which, if I had done that, it would be cool, but not so cool because there are other vehicles coming behind us that we don't know. To be a sad story. So the door was like the safest place to escape from. But a lot of people were already aiming to the door. So in a bit of trying to survive also, I tried to like go through the door. The next thing that happened was people started pushing and I fell on the ground. I fell on the floor of the bus, not on the ground. And they were climbing my head. Of course, they didn't know what they were doing because everybody's trying to survive. And that is how my head became a stepping stone. My head became a stepping stone for people. Yeah, just try to imagine that there's a stampede and everybody's trying to survive. And it's so sad. It sounds funny, but it's a sad story that I, whenever I remember, I'm always grateful to God that I survived. We survived. None of us were injured. A lot of I can't remember how many passengers were in the bus, but nobody was injured. They were able to stop the bus and put up the fire, but that experience is still here. And let me continue. Do you know how God saved me? I just felt someone's hand held me, like pulled me, like dragged me. I was injured. Like I had injury, like scratch. The bus, all these Lagos bus, how these Lagos buses used to be now, these Lagos buses that they are not properly maintained, and this thing happened on the highway. And the bus was on motion. And so when some people were already down, somebody noticed that I was already struggling to come out or to get up because people were stepping on my head, and I felt someone's hand pull me, tried to pull me, and the process of pulling me had some scratch, I had some injury, I sustained some injury, which I'm grateful for. I'm not grateful for the injury. So in the process of trying to pull me out, I sustained some injury. But to cut the long story short, we all survived. I survived from the burning bush. No, the bush boss. Sorry, from the burning bus, and we just sat by the roadside and we were all thanking God. Then there was this shock that I couldn't come out from for over an hour. I was just there and everybody was like, where are you going? Because I was one of the youngest in the bus, and where are you going? Who can you call? I couldn't even say anything. I was just looking like I was I was lost. I didn't know what was happening around me anymore. So until I gained consciousness and I realized that I'm alive. Yes, I'm alive. So, brethren, this is part of the things I'm grateful for. Whenever I sit and I remember that moment, beautiful moment of how God saved me from a burning boss. So it's quite alarming because most times I sit there, I'm asking God, God, I need this, and when I don't get it or it has not survived it, I've not gotten it, I'll start reflecting in that, and I ask myself, have I been grateful enough for the things I've been receiving, the things that God has saved me from? How have I been? Have I been appreciative enough? So this is me reflecting and telling God that I'm grateful for everything here, and trust God that awesome.